每一集都念一下 Elysium， 所以我就知道极乐世界就叫做 Elysium。看一下这个油画风格的这个美术啊，感觉还不错啊。这游戏玩到目前为止呢，它的娱乐效果不强，但是呢，会让你一直想玩下去啊。以这样来讲，我就觉得这个游戏也算是成功了。娱乐效果不强是说，就像是你看一个故事哈，这个故事有电影版的，还有这个小说版。那你去看电影版的这个故事呢，当然是看着那个血脉喷张，娱乐效果很强啊。但是如果你去看小说版，你就变成说要去慢慢的去品味啊，去咀嚼，你才会觉得有一点点有一点乐趣。然后它的乐趣是娱乐效果是慢慢散发出来的。这个游戏就是这样子，它本身娱乐效果不强，但是因为它本身的对话实在是太细致了，然后很真实，然后你就会有代入感。我到底拿到了骰子了没有啊？你拿到骰子了啊？我本身有小雕像哈，这个我不是已经打开吗？我已经打开了。啊，对啊，明天还要打电话啦。剩余的盔甲，这是要有一个纹身，是要找有一个有学士的人。这个秘密通道，到现在还没有，我到现在还没有搞头那个秘密通道到底怎么？啊，我们现在首先要出去啊。这个人也是很怪啊，三更半夜还在工作，然后也不开灯，我真的觉得。这个哪有人设计冰箱是用熊的造型的？
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box.
谁呀？管他的。好，我手上不要拿这个哈，我要拿这个。哭闹哈，我就跟他聊一下啦。这也很扯啊！你看这个游戏，这两个小朋友三更半夜的还在这边，这也很扯啊。
Kuno saw you reeled that can. Sweet graffito action pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit.
对话有更新了哈。
Fuck no, ah shit. Shoot that shit at Kuno, pig o' naught. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, pig. Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck. Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it.
盔甲呢？
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Mutant.
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
对啦。
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
有关的人吗？小胡子工会呗。大门口有一个吟游诗人啊。
Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
谁呀
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
哪里的？
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
对啊，
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
对啊，因为盔甲我们已经找到盔甲，盔甲就是那个有一个人把它偷过去了嘛，就是那个动植物科学家的助手哦。
Fuck are you talking?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Where the
Has Kuno been to some kind of school?
Watch out.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about your handicap. Get up. You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't.
好，你更新了吧？好吧，他晚上已经不在了吧？哎，你这些人都闪了啊？那个已经不见了啊！看我可以偷进去吗？
A lorry stuck in the...
唉，便利商店还有开啊，换钱啊！啊，锁啦！你关门了吗？你不是灯还开着吗？奇怪嘞！那你不开门，你灯要关啊！没有啊，便利商店好像都这样，是不是？耶、yeah.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you.
不要踢他。
The mail collection book.
1点之后呢，我的这个才会。我们现在来买那个收音机，我已经买了吗？我买收音机了吗？我真的太多了啊！我在声音科好了，我在声音科好了。哎呦，这个不错啊！哎，所有心智都上升1哎，循循善诱不就上升1了吗？哦，上线哦。 20个小时哦。不好意思哈，要查一下攻略。我现在呃。我们看一下哈，一个一个啦哈。末日主义警探，我是末日主义警探。我靠，天人感应上下剩下6，好像不太好啊。我看一下，感觉没有很好。然后瑞肖瓦的瑞肖瓦，酒精加2体格，体格加2，看一下我体格。体格酒精喝酒可以酒精加2，好像还行吧。还有什么东西？严厉自我批判，严厉自我批判。哎呦，这个不行。哦，这个不行，这个不行，这个嘛。严厉自我批判，这个也没有什么好的。哎，探照灯布，翻箱倒柜，我已经都翻箱差不多了。靠，这个现实荒原也太可怜了吧！啊，不行啊，觉得都很烂。普通执法人员，普通执法人员，末日警探还不会太差啦。良知国度，良知国度，所有技能学习上限提高到3。良知国度，反物品，反物品，反物品。 坚冷布吧，探照灯。反物质哦，干，我觉得反物质这个还可以，反物质可以啊。反物质，末日主义，自我严格批判。良知国度，还有反物质，普通执法人员可以吗？良知国度可以的。好啦，就这么决定了，就是良知国度。我再投资一颗反物质，这个酷了吧？好 ，OK， 这样子，剩下2个留下来哈，看有什么比较厉害的。这个很强，这个很强。然后我想要把能工巧匠啊，是不是？直接升级。剩下2颗了，能工巧匠8级，音响卖给我吧。
All the old boomboxes are there.
我已经买了，这个，好。录音带。
The porter reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and it sounds like something telling you a click. Nothing to do with this right now. Immediately, the boombox tunes itself back to the...
也有钱呢。这边怎么会不能检定呢？这边应该是有一个铁丝网就可以给我让，有工具就可以让我过去了啊，怎么会这样子呢？这里啊，这是陷阱啊。
A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds. Another one of the reeds bend, the constant, distant song, louder on this part of the coast. This trap is also...
Another empty trap.
Yep.
我 现在就把这个全部忘一次吧。什么东西？哎、这边可以直接这样过来啊。我可以在这边睡啊。这边可以过去啊，这边可以过来。有钱啊！这个东西要晚上的时候才会知道啊。哎、干，怎么设计要绕一圈啊？我的天哪！心病啊！小朋友在吗？
The old woman still. The buzz of there's a gap with.
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. My suggestion is a lullaby my mother used to sing.
Lullaby.
I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song. Surrender to the night.
OK，
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
Yes, it does.
哈哈，
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour.
No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
OK。哎，防风夹克啊，哪里？这个啊，好像还不赖啊。还不错啊。不过我现在穿的这一个也不错，天人感应啊。帽子有没有比较好呢？太阳眼镜有没有比较不会有副作用的、啊？怎么都有副作用啊？嗯？无感发的、啊。这是什么？坚韧布吧？故弄玄虚。手套呢？人工巧匠。 吧。
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning south. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea? An installation. Us poor people are stupid and don't get installations. All I see is a heap of trash. This actually calls for a funeral, I think. Police business. I understand. Anything I can help you with?
我们现在是在干嘛？要找陷阱是不是？陷阱。船坞附近啊。啊。这个是军人医院啊，我找了一大圈呢、他会绕一大圈过去，太好笑。这里啊。
This trap's not too behind you. Nothing but
empty as all of them. Of course.
Yes. Nothing special.
This is the last of the traps. The trap feels no locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. Right. Anyway,
the reeds by the... It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place. The later it gets, the colder. Remnant...
好啦。OK。这上面。他们走了、啊。哦。嗯？ 教堂哎、啊，你这些家伙睡觉啊。
Hello again.
把他抓起来，存档，我把他们抓起来。
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
Interesting, sire. A bit like you, then. An MC for short.
Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Yeah, sometimes, when I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself. I get it. He's a puzzle.
And? What happened? But goodbye, officer.
We're close. True, hardcore! Yeah!
This young man adds a cap. Or maybe it's not Gokvalian. Maybe it's Orani.
You know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
Oh! Is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man! The Advent? We're close. True, hard, full, core, it's hardcore! Skibadis.
Huh? I see you're here again. Offside, man. Yeah, gotta see. Our sign's away on the sticker.
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it? The dead guy smiling. He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie. So the present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death.
Expel.
Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats. It should be sold, but not by us. Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. It is. I guess one could write an entire Nah, you heard me.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yes? What's... Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think? Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah. Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
So? I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time? I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all! A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her? Look at you! Oh, no, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of
The lights in the dark!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand. Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Oh man! But the drug lab was like an integral part of getting the club going. For me, it was my favourite part. Chemistry's great. Besides, imagine all the drugs we could do if we had our own drug lab. I mean, anodic music is great and all, but drugs, they make you feel really good. When did you last feel really, really good? But that's exactly what drugs are for. Exactly. Time to expand your mind. Excellent! Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
看，我想逮捕他们，他妈的！shit！
We're close. True, hard, full car. It's hardcore. Skip-a-dee, skip.
哈哈。还在啊，祭拜一下。
The mother of humanism stands above. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed. Why? That does seem to be a problem. The mother of humanism towers above.
为什么？为什么我不行？
The mother of humanism stands above you. Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? The mother of humanism towers above you.
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling, and
I have no idea what you mean by that. We've been...
Why? That does seem to be a problem. I don't know. The mother of...
不行啊，没办法。
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
循循善诱哈，循循善诱，循循善诱很简单啦、随便有一个服装循循善诱，我现在循循善诱减1耶。这个啊，不要穿这个就好了。这个啦，穿这个帽子就好了。应该有一些随便都有一个循循善诱了。这个啊，这不就好了吗？循循善诱啊。
Yes, what is it?
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it, a glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
我就有啊。
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on site?
Oh God, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear? Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it. In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear. Thanks. And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Qualsund.
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Privar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Yes? Thanks.
好吧。唉，那就来吧。这个人在不在啊？这瓶子不是可以收集吗
Yes?
没事啊。你这个瓶子真的很不好拿。奇怪，为什么我不能？哦，在思维了，在思维了啦。我可以过去吗？从地下室进去就好啦。
The bear's eyes are dead and empty. But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say? Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
A friendly cartoon bear. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. I know. At least it's not running them.
The fridge sits empty before you. An overindulgent wardrobe. Now that...
把电插上吧。
Only the black cable is plugged into the breaker box, while somewhere in the dark, a giant electric...
发光了。哎，有，它发光了。
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all. But where's the filament memory?
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
The bear's eyes are still... But where's the filament? A friendly cartoon bear. The paper still smells of vanilla.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What is even worse?
The fridge buzzes with energy.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
有啊，看，他妈的，这找到巨大了。这我不是啊，我好像我自己早就已经拿到了啊。然后我早就已经拿到这个了，然后我给他，他还说没有。道具，对啊，早就有啦。我可以直接飞过去吗？不行，我出去了。 没有啊。
Yes, what is it? Yes?
就没
The
啊。
bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse, whatever that means. Of course not. Anyway, because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. No. She literally...
The lieutenant coughs like he's a...
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic. No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She's making it.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Oh god, not this again.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected... We clear? Thanks.
奇怪了，干，这 bug， 唉，就不太成熟，这开发技术不成熟，我说真的。啊，这有点水啊。这边睡啊。
It's getting cold, this late in the night.
Good night, officer.
他去休息啊，但是我还没有要睡。我可以在那个这边躺一下，因为我想要躺
You sit on the wind-worn.
看良知国度突破了啦。
Time passes. The sun does it's getting late. Time to head to sleep. Best not stay outside on the Kingdom of Conscience. The Kingdom of Conscience will be exactly as it is now. Moralists don't really have beliefs. Sometimes they stumble on one, like on a child's toy left on the carpet.
意志坚定跟思维逻辑，思维逻辑早就已经是5了。但我觉得这个好像没赚啊。啦，管他的，加了就加了，还能延3到还减1耶。哇！ 因为末日警察，他是会让我暂时能延3到减。再睡一下吧，再睡个半个小时，再睡1个小时。
It is the dead of night.
OK。
It's getting cold.
对吧？
The bed is comforting.
不要又在做梦。
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
哎，这边很好睡啊。
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you. Forever. On Faraday.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience. On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The faces turning, changing.
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
All stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
It's too late. You're not made of nothing anymore. You're something now, Harry. I tried to drown you in the black water, but you re-emerged. Kicking and screaming. Running. And for what?
For the working class. For the money, baby. For the greater good. Forever calm, always and only.
Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists, trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the world. One conversation at a time. Good. You're up. Listen, there's something that's been bothering you for a few days now. It's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will those guys come up with next? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. And despite your efforts to moderate and contain these energies, things only seem to be getting worse.
Magic Gate.
You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. Harry, you're thinking about this too narrowly. La responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues. The human welfare index, the price of staple goods, the transition to real democracy. The most awesome, terrible thing. It is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. That's why it must be distributed across many different organizations, agencies, offices, and portfolios. Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't simply seize la responsabilité for yourself. It must be given by a legitimate authority, like a committee. There is always time to follow best practices. Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency, who knows what else they're capable of? A little self-dealing. Only the most even-keeled minds in Martinez. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the wisdom and expertise to assign it among yourselves. Most likely, your findings will be collected in a report, which will be carefully reviewed by your superiors. Once they've reviewed it, those same superiors will produce a set of recommendations to be taken up at the next meeting of the Standing Committee. Rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels. Good luck. Your report is eagerly anticipated.
建立委员会，他妈的，我就没有找到啊！你在啊
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to put the bottle away. Sober up, get back to basics. That would be my advice, and I hope we don't even need to discuss the street drugs you've been abusing. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? But isn't that our job? Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility? Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn towards moralism was just an act. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first you might need to speak with his young companion. Now, was there anything else?
Hello, mister. Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything. It's Lammy!
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days.
Yes, very soft. Isn't he soft? It's Lammy!
Lambie is a stuffed...
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy. Bye!
好了，搞定了没？现在先回去啊。这边有一些可以回报的，可以拿经验值的啊。他们在哈，先跟这个家伙拿经验值。
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Mexican origin. The pin is an antique, quite special.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull, with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Of course, officers. Is there a particular cryptid you two are interested in learning about? No. It's the cryptid.
那个神秘动物。
Oh, yes. The 8-eyed Teratorn, the largest flying avian ever discovered, with a wingspan of 11.5 meters. It was thought to have gone extinct 3,500 years ago. Some even doubted the fossils were real. A mutation, they said.
Mutation? All of evolution is a mutation.
Until it was cited by renowned Gotvaldian explorer and naturalist Uwe Plattenkalk in 21.
This renown seems a bit dubious. Your own catalogue comes up completely empty. But, of course, you are not all-knowing.
Of course, sweetie. Do you want to hear about another cryptid? The Teratorn is, by many accounts, the greatest, though. Of course, dear. Oh, you don't...
Ramblings.
But, darling...
Measuring the thing.
You were a child.
Reflexively, the loot...
Well, it was summer, I was building a racing track out of sand. I'm getting...
Beton cord.
The strangest I didn't know this I tried, but I ran back for years.
We were on it.
It did.
Wait, if it weren't for Lena, I might have...
You're welcome, sweetie.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging.
觉得还行啊，就大概是这样吧。跟这个人谈一下，我可以得到。
I couldn't possibly.
He tries to play it cool.
Good. Okay. And? Completely empty?
No locusts?
That's not ideal, but... I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we...
Of course, more clever.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Another trip to the reeds. Why don't you try convincing Morel his hypothesis is invalid?
Thank you for the vote of no confidence, Gary. An officer. I appreciate your concern, but please leave this to the experts. Unless you have an alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture.
You're jabbing at the soft underbelly of his psyche. He realizes he's gotten defensive.
Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Société Cryptozoologique de Ravachol, is your...
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Damn it, Lieutenant. Have you no intellectual curiosity? Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though shaken. Most likely the hands of a young person. Hands small enough to fit inside the trap, too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
Delinquents, my favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have...
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through. Hell no. I had no idea. And I'm still cross with him, to be honest. It's not like him. He's got his quirks, but dishonesty, disloyalty are not one of them.
I don't know what got into him, officer. Thank you for letting him off easy. He won't forget it. We'll make sure he won't.
heavy steel door, the old cobalt paint, rough on the finger. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. The door does not.
这个人是谁啊 ？Gary 吗？
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the... I mean, officers.
这些人又怎么样了呢？
Yes? What is it?
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
这人是谁啊
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous.
又是他啊！唉。
Hi. So what brings you here? You did? And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Why not? What about me, gendarme? Oh, a committee. How, and if I may ask, gendarme, what is this committee about?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more responsibility, as though I don't have enough going on already. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course. I guess you will. Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Maybe you should figure it out, detective. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded like one of those mercenaries.
Okay.
He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely Oranese. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, gendarme.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International. The cold look in her eyes speaks louder than words. She is not amused. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
It's you again. What is it? A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and he's in witness protection.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
我现在的几率又提高了哈，他们有一点不知所措了。储存一下进度了。我现在要去打电话啊，这个外面打电话，怎么会有人在看我的车啊？
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
你到底找到了没啊？
Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
吓死！找那么久还没找到。
One moment. Can you please describe the body Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, Detective? 57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering wheels.
你们干嘛？你们两个干嘛？这真的很奇怪，到底有没有啊？
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly. But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like I know. What is even worse, the bear is...
The fridge buzzes with energy.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note...
Say...
Yes?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. It's empty, like a beehive. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Tiles on the cube, like a smooth draw. The filaments, the speaker come.
Good morning.
This is a...
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Good.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing. A piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface. It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident. The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule. In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident, SCA, managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished. Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor. Fortress Accident employed 18 people. The bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Corolidon in the basement to escape his obligations. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists? It didn't. No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules. One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good. The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches. It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. No, even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads. No, it was good. At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsborn Sulisław Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map. This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again. So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined. Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss. On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Egonian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day, an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached. S. Luukinen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal. Her former colleagues would agree with you. She's right, actually. Nothing wrong with keeping this type of filament memory in a fridge. The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later. 4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis. and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it. Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. This old fire, the whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Your flashlights, some of the writing.
不是早上了吗？
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
天人感应。8，靠呀！天人感应。 哦，天人感应，看这个，天人感应，不行啊！我要先吃，我先吃药，看我到底可不可以。天人感应是属于什么？ 体格，天人感应，体格，奇怪了，为什么？ 奇怪啊！快速完。
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
还有服装天感应的吗？应该有。 天人感应。天人感应。哦。
Oh, it's you again.
OK， 我存档哦。我必须要天人感应出来，一定要天人感应出来。
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
Didn't we already talk about this? What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain?
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
真的还假的？蓝莓电厂。真的假的？
This doesn't make any sense. Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from? And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is? It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan. It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world, you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney? Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls. It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world. But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
我觉得不错啊，这个，我觉得讲这个骰子的这一段是不错的，有一点哲理啊。
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. Reality is ruthless. The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
17，身强体健。身强体健。啊。 我只有一个啊。
The barbell waits patiently on.
干啊，奇怪，为什么我不能再吃酒了？为什么我不能再喝酒了？我都不懂啊。
Hello again, esteemed officer.
The bear's eyes, but where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note?
A friendly card. The paper's still.
Good question. I know. What is even?
The fridge buzzes with. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a...
It means there are...
He likes this.
Seems like an old bed.
我现在哈，我要拿这个最强的。 我靠！真的假的？
You see a heavy steel.
我不要管他们了，现在需要一个玩到10点。
Looking for something?
The tear machine stands and your bottles clunk into the machine. A colorful display.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
详尽啤酒，烟，啤酒好像没，啤酒有吗？啤酒有啊，那怎么不能吃？很奇怪呢。
Is this about the questions again? Because
A colorful display of
again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
行，我现在又可以了。怎么现在又可以了？妈的！这样这里就不行了呢？这是 bug 吗？可以啊。增强底剑4。
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know.
Did you?
At first I thought, so I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his... Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the...
How does it come up?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore. If they...
All of it? There are junior officers.
It's implied. He finds it up.
And Mesky is epic then. All across Mart, especially getting those boots off him. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Los Ardis. They're sort of like you.
Right to work! Right to work!
Don't think so.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. It's hard as a stone, but beneath it...
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. What it means.
In what must have been Semonine.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benital, 41.
Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. Benito is one. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers. With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off. Our boy, he's only a captain then, but at dawn, we shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nigh. A little fat, you know, but not too old. What's the matter, militiaman? No stomach for it? This man was worth 1,000 loincloths.
I think we should maybe even get going now.
He clearly does not think poking the hornet's nest is a wise plan anymore. Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around. His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge. It just has to be said, that was not a convincing line. Fucking bug. You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio. Crack it. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal. How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
Fucking loincloth? Now you see, that's not... The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's...
存档哦。
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You managed to hoist it off. Even your body has felt.
Weightlifting was never mine at the station gym, I mean. I prefer...
手套。靠！去找那个家伙。
Fuck, does Kuno care? No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck.
So he knows locusts.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is now.
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to Lane Prison. Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without...
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
So?
so? Kuno sent you. Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. You got fucked after this shit. You.
Yeah, real interested.
Kuno doesn't. Fuck does Kuno? Kuno doesn't.
他的秘密基地在这里。
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts, like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand.
Well, detective, it appears you've solved the case of the locusts. For the missing locust case, which is a sub-case of... Yes, I feel we are nearing a real breakthrough. I'll let you handle the Kuno side of it.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah. Kuno took the bugs. So what? It's not Bugtown. It's this. You stop.
There's a tug of war over them. The girl forces. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
Kuno, the pig wants to help.
An artist?
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno Kuno.
Kuno made Kuno. I fucking say.
This is what he sometimes does when things get tense.
Oh my god.
Yo, Kuno made.
Don't make your.
In it, you hear snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. Without a word, for once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face.
Kuno's gonna let the fucking locusts die. I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now.
The girl's face appears again, above the... She doesn't know whether to be glad because Kuno is finally convinced of the lameness, or more worried because of his continued use of the...
It don't mean a pig. You really... The fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
He recognizes the name.
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here.
Hello, officer. So it was.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie.
She acts chipper.
Yeah, you're right.
He has a third...
Darling, I told you.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next.
Of course, sweetie. You've helped us.
You can?
He wants to see...
Really?
What, Morel?
Here's a fresh batch of locust.
Wow. Co-discovery.
好啦，随便啦 ，whatever。Whatever。真的要拼了。拼了。等一下啊，你拼了这个没用啊。
The barbell waits patiently.
干，拼这个没用，这个没用。教堂。 奇怪，真的不知道为什么不行呢。
The mother of humanism. Why? That does seem to be the mother of humanism.
Yes, what is it? Yes? No.
In his defense, it was...
Okay, but still.
找不到啦。
Thanks.
干，浪费时间，这样我全部都卡住了啊！失恋啊！杠铃。
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. I know it must be frustrating. I'm afraid they're closed.
We should try again during...
Anything else? 57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a...
It's you again. What is it?
17，增强好胜。
A bullet, you say?
Indeed. Mighty.
Well, there are so many bullets.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Wow! He's got it in a real...
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid.
Around the bullet, man.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a...
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot...
No, he meant before he was hacked.
Before? After? During?
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
It's not like he blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere. Cop of the apocalypse. It's not fire. It's not act.
增强好胜。增强好胜2点。增强好胜。先到这里哈。